1v1?
Yes.
Why am I doing a 1v1?
Because we're getting used to it for right now. Okay.
Getting used to what?
The game, dude. You've never played, right?
No, but I totally know what I'm doing.
You totally know what you're doing. All right.
I've played Age of Mythology before.
Okay.
It's probably pretty similar to that, to be honest.
Are you gonna be Terran? You're gonna be Terran?
I have no idea.
What race do you want to be? Okay, so I don't know how to play Zerg, so I can't really teach you how to do that. So we can either do Terran or Protoss. Terran are the humans. You make Marines, Marauders, tanks. You know, whatever you're feeling like. Protoss, aliens, kind of like, you know, whatever. You make Zealots, Stalkers, Adepts.
Okay.
Immortals as well. I like to play Protoss more because, like, just the way it functions. Like, whenever you build a building, your guy just like starts it and then it builds itself. You can tell him to go do something else, like continue mining. You know what I mean?
Okay.
With Terrans, you have to build, and your SCV, your worker unit guy, he just continues building, and he stays on the building till it's done.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you feeling? Because it's better to like stick to one race until you like have the game down, and then you can use that knowledge across the board for the other ones.
I think I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it's a Sunday, 4 o'clock. It's starting to go downhill a little bit because I know I gotta work tomorrow. But
yeah, no, that sucks. But so Terran, how are you feeling?
I already told you how I was feeling.
Terran or Protoss?
I don't know. Let me just see who I've played a couple of these guys in Heroes of the Storm before, so I'm pretty sure they're probably pretty similar to that. Ooh, I used to play Zeratul a lot. I wonder if he's any good.
You don't have those guys.
Yeah, I do. It says free to play until level 5.
Oh my gosh. That's in co-op missions.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Not that.
What button do I click on? Oh, here we go. Return to lobby. Oh, here I am.
Yeah, return to the lobby. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was clicking around.
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, so I gotta just choose who I want to be here. And you said that the Zerg is the easiest.
No, I don't know how to play Zerg, so I wouldn't be able to coach you.
I don't need coached.
You don't need to be coached?
No.
You want to just play?
Zerg seems kind of cool. They're the ones that like just mass over people with numbers, right? Like the Russians do.
Not typically.
Oh.
Not really.
Oh.
Back in the day, yeah, that's how they did it. But anymore, it's not really like that.
Oh, it's not? What are they more like then?
I'd call them more like spellcasters and
Which one just sends a whole bunch of things at somebody? That's the one I want to play.
Sends a whole bunch. I would say Protoss. Okay, so there's a difference. Okay, so like Terran, they all do that. You know what I mean? Okay, so but Terran has to use like siege tanks and positioning to like help your guys whenever you're like pushing. So you have to like be able to like maintain like focus on your siege tanks as well as your medevacs.
Okay.
Don't accidentally misclick and put all your guys in a medevac because they immediately hop in there and now you're missing 8 units. So like don't misclick your medevacs, keep them in the back. You have to keep your tanks in the back. So I just don't really like playing them that much. You have to do a lot more.
Okay.
Protoss is you build a mass army of varied units that just attack.
Okay. I like the sound of that.
Or you can. There's a bunch of different builds, you know what I mean. Or you can make an army that doesn't really, or an army that does a bunch of spell casting.
Wow. I think
can get in.
I think I'm just gonna play this guy's the Protoss.
All right. So what we're gonna, I'll just guide you through it as we're in this game.
We're gonna play against each other.
Yeah, but what we're gonna do is I'll just coach you as we're playing, and then at the end of the game we'll go into the replay and you can watch And watch me real quick, and I'll just go over a few things if you have any like questions.
So wait, so
And then,
like, what if I face roll you though? Like, what if that happens?
that's a good question.
Then do you have to watch my replay to see what I did?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so at the very start of the game, you want to constantly be building probes. Okay, so E is the thing for probes.
E is the thing for probes.
E is your hotkey for
It's
probes.
not doing nothing.
You have to select your nexus.
Oh, okay. Queuing them up. They're like villagers.
Yeah, essentially. Okay, so your very first probe that you build, you're going to want to send him to go build a pylon, which is essentially a farm.
Okay.
All while you need to continually be building probes. So 16 probes is going to be the max amount of probes that your base is really going to hold. But the thing is you can have more guys on it than that. What you're going to want to get to at the very beginning is a total of 19 probes. While after your pylon has built, you need to build a gateway, which is going to allow you to build your first like units that you attack with.
Like, we're already building stuff to attack?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm getting this game down.
Okay, so whenever that's being built, you need to get yourself up to 19 workers. You need to build. You see how there's those like gassy things on the side of your mineral line?
No.
Okay, well, it's like the green thing right next to your base, the green things. You need to build an assimilator on top of those green things. Just one for right now.
Okay.
At about this time, I would almost say you're ready to take your second base.
You think so?
Yeah, we're okay. So you should be building attacking units at this point. So
Yeah, I've already got a bunch of them.
how many?
2.
Okay, well, all right, totally.
I don't understand where my resources are.
Up at the top of your screen, you have crystals
Oh, I
and
see.
you have gas.
What's the little number? What's the third number? It says.
Supply. You need to build. You need to continue building pylons in order to keep your supply up.
Oh yeah, definitely am. I got a ton of those.
Don't spend too much resources on it.
Why? I got the money. I need to spend it.
That is true.
It's just sitting there doing nothing if I'm not doing nothing.
Wow, you're gonna be gold in no time. Okay, so you need to build a cybernetics core.
Cybernetics core. What's that do?
It allows you to build more things from your gateway. So you can only build like 3 different things from your gateway as of right now.
Okay.
It's gonna allow you to build, or wait, you can only build 1 thing from your gateway, but it's gonna allow you to build 3 more. That's what I meant to say. So after you get like a nice economy built up and you're getting a little crazy with it, you need to build more gateways so you can produce more units.
How do you get more mineral fields?
You have to take another base, so you'll have to build a new nexus. Costs 400 resources.
Okay.
and then you build it like down at the next patch of minerals,
Gotcha.
as close as you possibly can. After you've built a couple of gateways, you need to get some robotics facilities out of there. They are going to be on your V page of building advanced structures. All of this while, you need to be constantly filling up your probes as well. You know what I mean? You need. But your first saturation is going to be at 24 probes. Your second saturation is going to be at 48 probes.
We're talking about saturation and stuff.
Okay, so your base will be fully saturated. It'll have as many probes as it needs working on every possible thing that it needs.
Okay.
So whenever you're at 24 probes on your first base, you're ready for more.
It says that they can only hold 16.
Yeah, you have 16 on your minerals, and you have 3 on each of the assimilators.
Oh. They have to actually.
Those are your gases.
They actually have to be on the assimilators.
Yes.
Oh.
You should have like 3 on each. You know what I mean?
Okay. What happens when you run out of minerals at one of your bases?
Take another base.
That's pretty dumb.
Not at all. Continual expansion.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
The idea is for you to get around like I don't know.
Mineral field.
3 bases by 6 minutes. So we should have had 3 bases at 6 minutes and then starting to fill them up.
Upgrade complete. We are the blades of command. Ula Sadar.
Wow, that's a lot of zealots.
I'm at a team. Justice.
I feel like you're cheating.
I'm cheating? How am I cheating?
I feel like you're like running away from me.
That's called kiting.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, I'll stand here.
little bit of a cheat. How do you get all those things?
That's what your that's what the cybernetics core allows you to build.
Hmm.
So whenever you have your cybernetics core, you can build the sentry, the stalker, and the adept. So what the sentry is I think you killed all my sentries actually. Ooh, good job. So what a sentry does is it's like a spellcasting unit that pops up a area shield that protects from projectile damage. I don't really need any because you just built a bunch of zealots, but they also can make a force field, and it like makes like a little force field in an area, so like you can't run across it or whatever.
Oh.
The force field lasts for like 5 seconds. So that's my only spellcasting unit I use in my like army composition.
Okay.
Whenever you build a robotics facility, you can build immortals, which are like essentially the alien like tank. Which here, I'll show you the unit next to your base.
Oh.
This thing over here, that's the immortal. It's a tank. That you build that from your robotics facility. This is a sentry. Oh, sorry. This thing is a sentry, and it like, you know, moves around, walks around, does whatever it needs to. And then here, I'll show you. It does that, so you can't move over that area, like blocks a little area.
Wow.
So like, oh, you can't chase me now. You hallucinated a phoenix. Look at you. Oh, those are real, huh? I was ready to say, you don't know how to hallucinate. Yeah, so you don't really want to build a starport like this early on in the game. You just don't really have too much. So I'm sitting on like 6,000 resources right now. 'Cause I'm just talking. But I would have everything built. So okay, so with like a starport or something like that, what you're gonna want to do is build a mothership core, because as of right now, I don't have anything that can see invisible units, and what the mothership does is it hides all of your units. They're invisible as long as they're like close to the mothership. So what you would do is if you saw me attacking with this, you would go, okay, well I have a starport, I need to build a mothership core, and I believe you build a mothership core off of your main base. I don't know though. No. You built it from your building guy, your unit, whatever. So as of right now, I only have like 50 units, like attacking units, but I would have 100 more. We'll do this. We'll get some shit done. Look at you, fucking building like a ham jabroni, huh? So a sentry, what you can do with a sentry is instead of using a force field and the guardian shield, you can hit C for hallucination, and then you can hallucinate a phoenix, and then like I can fly over your stuff, see what you got going on over here. Got an oracle, you got other phoenixes, 2 sentries, okay. A little scouting unit just to like help yourself, you know.
Okay. So what's this game normally played in? 2v2, 3v3?
1v1s.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's pretty
You
boring.
can do 2v2s, but
3v3s.
yeah. We can do some AI games if you want. I was gonna say after we play this, you know, this is just like a little introduction thing, you know, get you set up ready.
I am here in the shadows.
The firstborn.
You must construct additional pylons.
Wait, what do I have to construct additional pylons?
You always have to. It's like the farm.
What do you mean it's the farm?
It's like it gives you more supply. Like you can't. You have to feed your units, dude. Can't just come in with a full army and expect to get everything you want.
That's dumb.
Depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a full entire army.
How do you
Can't really do anything else.
how do you get a full army?
200 supply.
Mineral field depleted.
200 supply. What's that?
What's your supply at?
I don't know what supply is.
Of that other number up on the top screen.
What in the world do you have?
Shall persevere.
Stuff.
What even is that stuff? What even are those gigantic things?
Colossus.
Where do you get those at?
Robotics facility after you build a robotics bay.
Wow.
You must construct additional pipelines. I am here in the shadows.
I feel like your army's a little bit overpowered.
Not at all, dude.
I feel like I didn't even kill one of your units. It's a little overpowered.
Yeah, you killed 10 guys.
Oof. You're lucky I didn't kill more.
Yeah, no, zealots aren't that great.
They look pretty good.
No, well, okay, so all right. Zealots are okay if